All right, guys, it is time for the GCU Club Report. And as you know, we've starting year 3 of this incredible partnership with Grand Canyon University and all the fine sports that are offered there, and all the young people and the coaches. Oh, the coaches, the stories that we have to tell. Joining us on the line is Ty Dutcher. He is the water polo coach for Grand Canyon University, has quite the storied history. And while we moved out west for our show this week in covering focusing on Grand Canyon and Coach Dutcher coming from the Central Valley of California. Coach, thanks for joining us here on the Varsity Sports Show. And I want to dig right in, first of all, and ask you, you were a Paralympian, 8 years ago in Brazil. What was that experience like?
Yeah, Vince, thank you so much for having me on the show. I'm really grateful for this opportunity to just share my story and what's going on currently in my life. 8 years ago, I was 19 years old in the Rio 2016 Paralympic Games. An absolute whirlwind of an experience. I'm just filled with gratitude that I got to represent my country. You know, I lost my foot when I was 11 years old in a lawnmower accident. I was sneaking up behind my dad with a rubber band gun. He was on a riding lawnmower, didn't know I was there. I wanted to shoot him because I thought it'd be funny, and he reached the edge of the lawn and put it in reverse. I stumbled to the ground. The back right tire went on my right foot as he backed it up, and the blade completely got my foot. Was airlifted to a medical center in Sacramento, California, underwent 4 surgeries within 11 days, and they amputated 2 inches above my ankle. But the first words I said to my mom out of my first surgery, I said, "Mom, I know this happened for a reason." So I've lived my life with purpose since then. And I've always been in the pool. I have 4 older siblings that were in the military. I couldn't unfortunately join the military because I'm an amputee, and they don't allow amputees to join, even though I tried talking to recruiters and everything. So my way of serving and representing my country was to dig deep, work hard, and compete for Team USA to represent my country. And by the grace of God, I was able to do that in Rio. So it was an amazing experience.
That's a heck of a way to serve your country, is qualify for the Olympics, for God's sakes. But
Yeah.
now, talk about that experience. I mean, you're 18, 19 years old, and you're on a worldwide stage. I mean, we're talking like 1 billion people tune into the Olympics. And what was that like?
In Rio, you don't really feel that until you actually get out and get on the block. And my main event was 100 backstrokes. So you jump into the pool, and then you're just hanging on to the ledge, basically, and you're just sitting there, and you just have this moment of pause. I remember this so specifically, where you have a crowd of probably at least, I think, like 20 to 30,000 people in the stadium, and it's just like your heart just like feels like it stops beating. But as soon as they say take your mark, you get up and they let you go, buzzer goes, then you're off and you do what you're supposed to do. But it's a dream to represent my country, first off. So I was able to accomplish and achieve that dream by hard work and determination, day in and day out, 6 days a week, pumping 12 to 13,000 meters a day, where I was training at the Olympic Training Center in Colorado Springs at the time to make the games.
So you're coaching now. This is your second, third year leading the Grand Canyon program. Let's say I'm one of your athletes, and I come to you and I say, "Hey, Coach, you know what? I can't get in the pool today. I got a headache." What do you say to them? I'm sorry, I got to loosen it up, but I got to ask you that question.
It's a great question. I can say, look, I've made that excuse before too. And when I usually don't get into the pool and I just go back and sit at home and make an excuse up like that, where your head is hurting, is your head really hurting, or you just not want to get in and put the work in? But I've made that mistake before too, where I've made that excuse and I've learned from it, and I felt like crap for not getting in and putting in that work, because when it comes time to compete and play for your team needs you. You need you. We need you all together. So let's get yourself in the pool, and I guarantee you're going to feel a lot better once you start training and practicing. Now, obviously, if they're deathly sick, I'm going to be like, go back and get your rest, but come back into the pool and let me know when you're better. But you better be being honest with me, because if one fails, we all fail, and we're a team together. So we need to continue to just eliminate these excuses and just work hard and have that determined attitude, because you go into work saying you have a headache. In the real world, they're not going to let that fly. You gotta get in there and do your job, and through thick and thin. Unless you're throwing up or have a fever of 101 or something, then we have another situation. But if you're not throwing up or have a fever, that's kind of my rule basically.
Yeah.
Get in and do the work because I need you here. So that's what I would tell them.
When you are recruiting athletes and you get multi-sport athletes, the benefit of participating in water polo, even as a leisure activity, it is an intense sport. But what skills does it build in an athlete?
Oh man, I mean, just physical. You're getting every single muscle group. You're hitting every single muscle group. You're playing. It's like playing soccer and rugby in the water, essentially. So from a physical standpoint, you are. Oh man, it is incredibly exhausting, but it's very rewarding at the end, especially when you shoot a goal or get an assist or get a block, whatever it may be. On the mental standpoint, though, it builds so much character because you have to really have a lot of self-control. If you don't and get angry or slap the water or try and hit somebody in the face or something, you're getting a red card or you're getting rolled and you're out of there. So you have to have a lot of self-control, even when people aren't treating you fairly and the ref doesn't see it. So you're building a lot of self-control and character that way, but also you're building up just an attitude to just get back up. And you're going to be facing a lot of trials inside the pool, going back and forth. You got to really have in your head, I can't give up. This is my team that I'm competing for, that I'm swimming with, and I need to continue to go back and forth in the pool and just not give up. I mean, so outside of the water with that mental aspect, you're going to be able to be a little bit more successful in life because you were able to deal with something so hard and complicated in the water.
All right. Coach Ty Dutcher, head coach of the Grand Canyon University water polo team. Coach, thanks again and a former Olympian, Paralympian 2016, Rio de Janeiro. Coach, thanks again for joining us here on the Varsity Sports Show. Very inspiring story, and good luck.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. This has been a great opportunity.